Look at you guys. You look amazing.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome back home again. Here we are. I'm going to see if I can get through this without crying, because it's hard. It's been hard to do that. Thank you for being here. Just the normal things we say. The emergency exit's here. Be good to your server. Nina, who's your server? How about a round of applause for Nina? Think you won't have a problem keeping the aisles clear tonight? That should be okay for you. Make sure you turn your cell phones off so you don't have noises going off. And if you forget how to do this, at the end of a song, you applaud. There's no live chat that's happening, so don't just spend the whole time on your phone watching the show on your phone as it's happening. That'll be weird because there's people here and they see you now. It's not just that sort of thing where you see them and you can just be naked and nope, keep your clothes on. And for those of you that are watching on the internet, you can go ahead and take your clothes off. We don't care. We can't see you. Thank you for being here. We have a limited audience here in the room. We've got more shows coming up over the next month and couple of months before we are full bore reopen again in the fall. But we're so thrilled to be here with you again. It has been 15 long, weird months, and I am so grateful that we have people that want to come out to see music again, and so grateful for all of your support that we've had over the past 15 months. So, as you know, we're a nonprofit organization. When we shut down back last March, we started taking the whole operation, putting it online. We put on shows, streaming shows, hundreds of streaming shows over the past year. Our School of Music went online. That's going to be coming back probably in the fall as well. We're going to have, hopefully, some outreach shows planning for late in the summer and into the fall. Through the pandemic, we still ran the Iguana Music Fund and gave out $40,000 in grants to artists. We also did something called, it was a good thing. We also had something called the Passim Emergency Artist Relief Fund that we started 2 days after the pandemic started. The pandemic was already going. 2 days after we shut down, we realized that we were going to need to help artists get through this as well. And through that, we raised and distributed over $160,000. So that's with the help of folks like you. I really am so grateful for folks that are members and folks that are just here that aren't members as well. We are coming toward the tail end of our spring fundraising campaign called Passim Prepares. And the thing is, Passim has been preparing the entire time. And we're ready to take this shit into orbit. We're ready to go. We are excited to have people in the room again. We are, I think, about 90% of the way to our final goal. So we are getting awfully close. If you're not a member, haven't made a donation, please consider making one. I would normally I have a bucket up here somewhere that I thought I brought with me. Oh, it's over here. What am I doing? I don't have my glasses on now because I can't see because I breathe fog into my glasses. And then I take them off and I can't see either. So it just sucks either way. But we've got this picture, and I'm not going to pass it around. It'll be awkward to pass around. I'm just going to keep it back in the back table. And if you want to make a cash donation, please do that. All of the donations that come in through the shows here in the club this month are being matched. So please be generous if you can. I know it's been a hard time, and we don't want to put anyone off by asking for money if you cannot afford. Do not feel obligated. Do not feel bad if you can't contribute right now. We are happy to have you here in a room seeing live music again. And with that, what do you say we have some live music in the room? So, how did I spend my pandemic? Well, Lisa Bastoni made a brand new EP, and she's got that for sale here, and we are so thrilled to have Lisa Bastoni on Sean Staples.
Thanks, you guys.
I should have brought tissues. I wasn't expecting. This is very emotional. It's so wonderful to see you all again. Welcome back. This is a song called Bring It On. tinkling of glasses. Don't bring me dried up roses from a long ago bouquet, a casualty of something that you did or didn't say. Don't bring me any stories of how the summer burned, or how the wind would bite as you felt the seasons turn. Don't bring me broken china, shards of shattered glass, all the quiet days you spent hoping all of this would pass. 'Cause there's a whole lot of things you've been carrying too long. If you wanna love me, if you feel that strong, bring it on. Don't bring me old love letters, the books you used to read, dog-eared and underlined, a shrine of memory. Don't bring me faded photos slipping out from plastic sheets, your smiles telling stories that are always incomplete. Don't bring me that old toolbox from underneath the stairs. There's nothing here to change or fix, and nothing to repair. But there's a whole lot of things you've been carrying too long. And if you wanna love me, if you feel that strong, bring it on. Old and broken radios, rusty guitar strings, all those tiny nuts and bolts, nails and screws and springs, wore out coats, flower pots, shirts you never wear, shoelaces, old suitcases, you can leave them there, you can leave them there. 'Cause there's a whole lot of things you've been carrying too long. There's nothing here but you and me when all of that is gone. And if you wanna love me, if you feel that strong, bring it on. Bring it on. Thank you. Wow. It sounds like there are 1 million people in here right now. There's about that many. Right.
So sort of along those lines, the story of this show was that this was originally supposed to be one of the live streams from the club with no people in the room, just me and Lisa and Matt and Abby. And we had booked it, and we were excited about doing it. And then things started to open up, and the state kind of started to relax the restrictions on stuff. And so when we booked it, the opportunity to do it in front of people really wasn't there. But eventually, the opportunity sort of presented itself. And so we started talking to Matt and Abby, and it was a little bit of a funny exchange in that I think at the time that we were going to open it up to people, we probably could have. I think capacity now, you guys can have 80 people in the room legally. Is that right? You guys can have the room totally full. I think at the time, maybe we could have put as many as 80 people in the room. But I think the idea of like, I don't know, 80 people seems like a lot of people to be around. So we were like, how about 25? Let's do 25. That sounds more reasonable than 80.
Just right.
This is just right. So this
just
is like,
perfect.
it's kind of awesome actually, because it's like, it feels like a living room concert or something, except we're in this awesome historic club. So this is super, super fun for us.
And these songs I was saying earlier today, they feel like cover songs because it's been so long. It's like to step back into my role as a folk singer. It's like, oh yeah, all these songs are still here. This is called In This Town. Well, your headlights, they are shining on the sidewalks of suburbia. You got cash in your front pocket, in a bag on the dash, silver lighter lying on the vinyl seat. As you roll yourself a cigarette, I say I've never been on this street. How'd you ever learn to play the blues in this town? How'd you ever learn to play the blues in this town? Well, your hands are reaching for me as the sun is going down. How'd you ever learn in this town? Down by the river, there's a place where we can go and you can play me Robert Johnson. Tell me everything you know, and I know you got a girlfriend. I know she's prettier than me. This is nothing but a lesson in music history. There's the turnaround, there's the beat, there's a vintage Gibson flat top right there in your back seat. How'd you ever learn to play the blues in this town? How'd you ever learn to play the blues in this town? Well, your hands are reaching for me as the sun is going down. How'd you ever learn in this town? In the morning, you can pretend that you don't know me. I will try to remember what you showed me. Right now, I got a head that's full of doubts, and you're driving me home with my dress on inside out. How'd you ever learn to play the blues in this town? How'd you ever learn to play the blues in this town? Well, your hands are reaching for me as the sun is going down. How'd you ever learn in this town? How'd you ever learn in this town? Thank you. This is fun. I feel like, like the first time you drink a beer, you're like, I'm drunk. I feel like it's like that, but with music. So we, over the pandemic, Sean and I recorded a bunch of songs we didn't really intend to make an EP, but started with one song and then another song and another song. And this next one was actually one of the first songs that I wrote for the last record that we made. And I felt like revisiting it. So this is called Hidden in the Song. Did you wake up to the sunrise and dewdrops in the meadow, crocuses in one hand and the other purple heather? Did you tell her that you loved her as the night turned into day? Did you let the fire burn? Did you turn away? Words you can't hide the meaning, hidden in the song, hidden in the song, in the song that you were singing at the party in the backyard. You were soaking up the stars. Did you stand so close together? Did you stand apart? Did you look her in the eye? Did you ever find the words to say? Oh, did you send a message in every note that you played? Song, hidden in the song, in the song that you were singing. Lying underneath the willow, you let it go, I guess. If I ever had a secret, could I keep it to myself? Would I try to press it close? Would I wait for it to fade? Oh, wouldn't I be just like you, saying the things I couldn't say? Thank you. So this next song was another one that almost made it onto the last record, and kind of forgot. I liked the song a lot, but I don't know. I just got lost in the mix, and somebody else covered it and put it up on Facebook, and I was like, oh, I like that song. I think we should record that one. It was written after visiting my grandparents' house, which is hardly there anymore. It's just been sitting empty. For a while, I'd go back and just walk around and look at it, and little by little, it would change. Like all the trees really were cut down, and yeah, just watching the changes. And then it got so bad that like I decided I can't go back there anymore. But I wrote this song about it. Actually, we wrote this together. I drove by the house even though I know better. It still looked the same as when you were there. They cut down some trees, but the barn is still standing. There's a light inside somewhere about to turn on. When I cry, my sorrow's a string. I wanna love you as long as I can. I would fly if I had wings. How I wish I could see you again. And I can still hear your footsteps running down the stairway. I can still see your smile as you open the door. A new radio tower has gone up in the distance, but the backyard birds still whistle your songs. When I cry, my sorrow's a string. I wanna love you as long as I can. I would fly if I had wings. How I wish I could see you again. And the neighbor's car slows when he sees me. It's probably time that I should go home. Every once in a while I stop to remember it's not the place that I miss after all. When I cry, my sorrow's a string. I wanna love you as long as I can. I would fly if I had wings. How I wish I could see you again. How I wish I could see you again. Thanks. I'm just appreciating like every second of this right now. Like it's so great to see you here in the room. I am just so really touched to see all of you and hear little bags of nuts being opened so quietly. It's like it's really it's like really charming. Like, sounds of other people around. So courteous.
Whoever thought that you'd be so moved by the sound of the the quiet sound of a bag of nuts being
cannot
politely
do that.
opened.
It's like when you're trying to have a very quiet snack in a movie theater.
I remember one of the first times I played here with a woman whose dad was in the audience, and he had traveled to the show. He'd never been to Passim before. And he said, it was funny, the room was so quiet, I was scared to chew my lettuce.
So this next song was one that I wrote. I can't believe it. I wrote it like 15 years ago, and that I feel like I just started. Like I don't feel like I could have a song that's 15 years old, but I do, and this is it. Like I feel as nervous here as I did the first time I played an open mic in like 1999. It's weird, but I am so grateful to Club Passim for pivoting so quickly the beginning of the pandemic to keep the music going and to welcome us back here now. It's just so amazing. Catch a southern belle, a silver star, black diamond, a midnight flyer. Horse and buggy, wagon wheel, roller skate, a rubber tire. When you wanna come around, I'll meet you at the station. I'm not gonna force your hand. I love you and I am patient. It was a hurricane, it was a wind and rain. My heart fell like an apple from a tree. And our parting words startled birds. You said one day you'd come and stay by me. When you wanna come around, I'll meet you at the station. And I'm not gonna force your hand. I love you and I am patient. And you're standing by the road with your heavy load. What can I do but wait while you hesitate? While you hesitate. Someday you'll walk, someday you'll crawl, someday you'll run, and someday you'll fly. Kick the cobwebs, jump the spiders. I'll be waiting on the other side. When you wanna come around, I'll meet you at the station. I'm not gonna force your hand. I love you. I My internal monologue right now is just like, don't say anything weird. Don't say anything weird. Is anybody else having that experience right now? Everywhere I go, that's what it is. Or if I've just been somewhere, was that weird? Was that weird what I just said? I hope that wasn't weird. We sent them off to school with the last of the summer peaches, the backpacks light and empty, and their eyes full of dreams. With a wave and a sigh as we turned to go inside, I said, did you ever think we would hear the house so quiet? We said we'd wait until the fall. Well, don't look now, but here we are. Are we ready to decide how we want to live? All your life you have heard the same advice. Don't go with a girl from the broken home. Well, that was years ago, when you took a chance on me. You said you needed to feel loved. I said I needed to feel free. We said we'd wait until the fall. Well, don't look now, but here we are. Are we ready to decide how we want to live? When we send them off to college, or work, or war, or marriage, they'll have backpacks full of visions of how love's supposed to be. Well, it's harder than it seems, but I hope that they will see the times I was there for you, and the times you left the light on for me. We said we'd wait until the fall. Well, don't look now, but here we are. Are we ready to decide how we want to live? Together or apart? Well, tell me what's inside your heart. Oh, we can wait until the spring. I think we'll be alright till then. We said we'd wait until the fall. Well, don't look now, but here we are. Are we ready to decide how we want to live? Thank you. Oh, this one I'm playing by myself, huh? All by my lonesome over here.
How can people miss me if I never go away? This song is kind of a, at least the version that ended up on the record is an interesting insight, I guess, into the recording experience, which is the version that's on the record is the first time that Lisa, she had just written the song, and it was the first time that she had ever played it all the way through from start to finish. And I think that she made and she recorded it on her iPhone, just on a voice memo, I think, just to send it to me to say, like, look at this new song that I wrote. And as it became apparent that we were kind of, doing some recording and maybe making a record over the pandemic, we tried to record this one, and we recorded it a few different ways. But none of the versions that we did had the beauty of the very first time that Lisa had played the song. So that's the one that went on the record. Sounds like somebody
It's not going to be very good right now.
It sounds like somebody singing into an iPhone. But if you can get past the difference in audio quality from everything else on the record, it's a really beautiful version. At the end of the day, that was the only thing that mattered. So that's the version that's on the record.
There's a tugging at my shoes. On this road I walk to you. Runs as far as a dream can dream. I've been asking without words. I wonder if you heard. I wonder if you ever think of me. This is my love. This is my love. This is my love for you. There's a clock to tell the time, a cup to hold the wine. There's the sun in the sky and a bird in a tree. There's a turning in your heart, and you don't know how it started, but inside you know you're where you're meant to be. This is my love, this is my love. This is my love for you. And sometimes you don't know why. Sometimes it makes you cry. And sometimes it's an uncomplicated thing. This is my love. 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 This is my love for you. Thanks. I missed you.
Well, I'm back, so you're in luck. I didn't go far.
I love live music. It's okay. It's okay. You're good.
Oh, there we go.
So like the CNN app just opened. Oh gosh.
It's all right.
It's very much okay. It's really a lot more interesting than playing alone in my living room. Have spontaneous things like that happen. Okay. feel like this is really usually a dangerous question, but does anybody have any questions, comments? Oh, thank you.
Thanks.
I missed
Yeah.
all of you.
We're happy to be here too.
I've been hiding in Northampton, Massachusetts. I have been homeschooling my children and not really leaving my neighborhood very much. So this is like back in the big city. It's awesome. I'll ask you about your experience afterwards because I'd like to catch up. Wow. Wow. That's a lot. Yes, construction is busy. I'm just going to repeat what you're saying so that the people on the live stream know what we're talking about. Yeah. Yeah. Traveling, lots of traveling, all different Massachusetts towns.
You did a good job, Lisa.
Okay.
Thanks for translating.
All right. Should we play another song?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's starting to snow and it's bitterly cold. And we're walking through the woods along the street. I don't know why we're walking so fast. I'm wishing it would last. Light through the trees is like a dream. Doesn't make sense, my dear. The feeling is loud and clear. There's the ice cold wind blowing through. It doesn't make sense, my dear. I just wanna stay right here. Let me walk a little closer, closer to you. And as we're walking down the street, with the leaves beneath our feet, the smoke is rising from the chimneys along the way. All the way back to my front door. If I said I wanted more, well, I wonder what you'd have to say. It doesn't make sense, my dear. The feeling is loud and clear. There's the ice cold wind blowing through. It doesn't make sense, my dear. I just want to stay right here. Let me walk a little closer, closer to you. Now the twilight is gone and the night is coming on. The cold fingers, I feel like they've turned to stone. And it's about all that I can stand, not to reach out for your hands. Tonight there's no reason to be alone. It doesn't make sense, my dear. The feeling is loud and clear. Yes, the ice cold wind blowing through. It doesn't make sense, my dear. I just want to stay right here. Let me walk a little closer, closer to you. It doesn't make sense, my dear. I just want to stay right here. Let me walk a little closer, closer to you. I remembered the third verse. Sometimes I'm so entranced by Sean's solos that I'm just like, I forget the words.
I was glad that you
That was a
remembered the
good one.
chorus because I completely forgot it. So I was like hoping that you knew it because I was like, I don't know what the next word is going to be.
What do we have next here? This next song is it's called "If Not Today," and it's funny to me because I think of it now as like a motivational, like life coach message, but really chill. Like not a lot of pressure, but like you might want to make some changes. No pressure, just like that.
The thing that cracks me up about this song, and Lisa's probably forgotten it because it was a while ago, but I wrote the chorus.
Oh yeah.
And I sort of, when I wrote the chorus, I had it in my head that it would be a really fun game because many of you know Lisa know that she's a huge Bob Dylan fan. Like such a big Bob Dylan fan that she won Bob Dylan karaoke at the Newport Folk Fest in 1999.
Highlight of my career.
I don't know how many of you know that.
Except for tonight.
She doesn't advertise it on her website or anything like that. So Lisa's a huge Bob Dylan fan. So I wrote the chorus, and the chorus was, "You can be a wallflower when the dancing starts, be a February empty of little paper hearts. A new morning's coming, but you're right back where you've been. If not today, then when?" And I sort of had it in my head that I was like, maybe what we should do is we should write a song that's got all sorts of like little subtle Bob Dylan song title references in it. So that's where the New Morning came from.
There were like
and Wallflower.
5. Yeah, just in the chorus there
But
are
the thing
5
that I remember about it was that I suggested that to you, and you were having none of it.
Oh, really? I don't remember.
I thought it was just going to be like a fun game, and you were like, no, you don't goof around with Bob Dylan song titles. You don't take them lightly. You don't remember? I distinctly remember that. It was like, this song is okay, we can work on it, but we're not doing the Bob Dylan thing.
Instead, it's like a very chill motivational speaker song. Which is like what if Bob Dylan was your life coach. I don't know. I'm thinking again, did I just say something really weird? Just stop. Well, you can just sit quiet and be the song that's never sung. And let the sadness work you over. Hide from everyone. You can leave it for tomorrow. You can leave it up to fate. But if you're waiting on a sign, how long you gonna wait? Well, you can be a wallflower when the dancing starts. Be a February empty, little paper hearts, a new morning's coming. Right back where you've been, if not today. If not today, then when? You see the white church steeple against the blue of the sky. You see the red buds on the branches, and it's enough to make you cry. The snow is melting and the river overflows, and maybe you're not ready, but it seems you're getting close. You can be a wallflower when the dancing starts. Be a February empty, a little paper hearts, a new morning's coming. Right back where you've been, if not today. If not today, then when? would, when the dancing starts, be a February end. Little paper hearts, a new morning's coming. And you're right back where you've been, if not today. If not today, then when? I never made it to the Grand Canyon. I was somewhere outside Sedona. You picked me up in a pickup truck. The summer was almost over. We followed the cedars far up the hill, and we lay right on the ground. If I couldn't see the beauty then, I'm sure I'd see it now. We had red rocks and blue skies, turquoise and tiger's eye. We had a young love, wild as a desert rose. Young love comes and goes. I carried deep the promises of something just begun. I felt it burn inside me like the high desert sun. You made me feel like I could be a way I've never been. Maybe someday I will go back there again. We had red rocks, blue skies, turquoise, a tiger's eye. We had a young love, wild as a desert rose. Young love comes and young love goes. And I still have the silver necklace that you gave me, and it's still got all of its shine. So much we didn't know as I was leaving. So much we took for granted at the time. We had red rocks and blue skies and turquoise and tiger's eye. We had a young love, wild as a desert rose. Young love comes and goes. Young love comes and goes. if ever there was a time to appreciate friendships, I feel like this past year it's really, I don't want to say too much about it because I'll start crying, but it's really become so apparent like how important our friendships are and the people that we love, to be able to see them and spend time with them again. It's really incredible. This is a song called Take the Wheel. I was down till you came back home. I was below the baseline. You carried me over a mountain so green, and I saw you shine in a new light. There's nothing like an old friend. You could make me cry or make me laugh, like an old love letter or a photograph. I needed you to take the wheel. Saying I love you isn't even close to what I feel. We can stay up all night, we can talk about the river. You could show me where it's deeper than the sea. I want you to know you're a part of my soul. Or maybe that's just the whiskey. You could make me cry or make me laugh, like an old love letter or a photograph. I needed you to take the wheel. Saying I love you isn't even close to what I feel. I never had the words for what you meant to me when I was 16 and you were 17. You could make me cry or make me laugh, like an old love letter or a photograph. I needed you to take the wheel. Saying I love you isn't even close to what I feel. Saying I love you isn't even close to what I feel. Thanks.
That was definitely one where we were getting near the end, and I was like, I have no idea how we end this song. How are we going to end this
We
one?
played the beginning of it earlier, and we're like, yeah, we know that one.
Yeah. It all worked out all right.
So my 9-year-old daughter is very into jokes these days. So I've been trying to learn some of them. So let me try some out on you. Why did the orca cross the sea? To get to the other tide.
Don't feel like you have to laugh, just so you know.
All right, here's another one, and then we'll play a song. What do you call a wolf that's lost? A werewolf.
That's pretty good.
A girl in the woods with a knife and a loaf of bread comes upon a pack of wild, hungry dogs. She'll use the knife to cut the bread, making sure they're all fed, and maybe save a little for herself. 'Cause it's alright to be gentle, and it's alright to be kind, and it's alright to be brave and scared. I want you to know that I love beautiful girl. And when you were a baby and I held you in my arms, sometimes we'd look out at the stars together. To the moon and back I said, I tell you now so you won't forget, so you'll remember when the going gets harder. And it's alright to be gentle, and it's alright to be kind, and it's alright to be brave and scared. I want you to know that I love you more than anything in this world. I want you to know that you're a beautiful girl. And someday when you're older and you feel a little lost in the woods with a knife and some bread, well, I hope you'll build a fire, spread your blankets in the sun. I hope you'll still see there's enough for you and there's enough for everyone. And it's alright to be gentle, and it's alright to be kind, and it's alright to be angry, it's alright to change your mind, and it's alright to be fierce, and it's alright to fight, and it's alright to be happy, it's alright to cry when you need to cry, and it's alright to be gentle, and it's alright to be kind, and it's alright to be brave and scared. I want you to know I'll always love you more than anything in this world. I want you to know that you're a beautiful girl. Thanks. Last night I heard the humming of the moon behind the trees, felt the warmth of California riding on the breeze, and I thought of you for the first time in what felt like centuries. I don't even have your number now, but even if I did, and though I knew it by heart back when we were kids, if I had any feelings left for you, I'd keep them hid, 'cause I moved on and on and on. And there'll be no walk down memory lane, there'll be no midnight call for old time's sake, and I am not slipping down that rabbit hole again. And were we singing in the streets somewhere in Spain? Were we laughing in the hotel shower, running out of change? If that was really you and me, I don't know, I couldn't say. And don't you think that's strange? And the last time at the airport you had your dark sunglasses on, I flew home to my mother's house. I wrote you a song and then I picked myself up, caught a bus back to Boston, and I moved on and on and on. And there'll be no walk down memory lane. There'll be no midnight call for old time's sake, and I am not slipping down that rabbit hole again. And if by chance you cross my mind, it's only by mistake. It's like that old jean jacket that you lost in the lake. We couldn't see it at the bottom. We might assume that it's still there. Either way, I'm sure by now you got yourself a new coat to wear. But oh, how I loved you with an unprotected heart, and how you blew it wide open when you busted it apart. That was the best thing that you did. I can see that now. All I know is I moved on, although I don't remember how. And there'll be no walk down memory lane. There'll be no midnight call for old time's sake, and I am not slipping down that rabbit hole again. Thank you. I just want to say it after every song. Thank you so much for being here tonight. When you're home rehearsing the songs, it feels like work, and then when you're in a room with people, it does not feel at all like work. It feels just like the best place to be here with all of you tonight. So, thanks for coming out. Thank you. Oh, hi. This could be Kansas in the middle of August with the sunflowers and the heat and the yard sale signs, the bathtub Jesus. I am looking for redemption on these dusty streets. We could go this way, we could go that way. It makes no difference now. Keep holding on as long as you can, with your head in the stars and your hands on the plow. And my thoughts return to that night in Wichita. We had the lonesome pool hall blues. The sun came up and we headed home. We had matching bird tattoos. We could go this way, we could go that way. It makes no difference now. As you can, with your head in the stars this could be heaven. Even without you, though it's hard to admit sometimes. I see morning glories, climbing chain link fences, always reaching for the sky. We could go this way, we could go that way, it makes no difference now. Keep holding on as long as you can with your head in the stars and your hands on the plow. Thanks. Well, and we've got just a couple more songs on our list here. It's, just two.
Are we going to do the slow one or the fast one?
I don't know. Oh wait, well right now?
Yeah, right now.
Right now we're gonna do
We're going to do the slow one.
the slow one. Yeah.
Got it.
That's the technical term, the musical, the slow one or the fast one. I want to thank Sean Staples also for playing with me tonight. And for producing the EP and
That I
the
didn't know I
last
was
one?
producing.
Yeah.
I didn't know we were making an EP.
Did I trick you into it?
No, I just
Like,
we were just
Hey, how about
having-
another song?
we
How
were just
about we do
having
another
fun
song?
making music because there wasn't anything else to do, and before we knew it, we had made a record.
Sunrise, sunset, I got a feeling of something good that hasn't happened yet. A little bird flapping in my chest, been there for days, never seems to rest. And I am a long way from home. I got pockets full of sighs and silent moans. I don't need a souvenir, I can picture it so clear. Doesn't even have to be real, I just wanna miss you when I go. Don't touch the hottest part of the flame, I get a fever every time I hear your name. A little light flickering in my brain, and I think, what's the harm in dreaming? And I am a long way from home. I got pockets full of sighs and silent moans. I don't need a souvenir, I can picture it so clear. Doesn't even have to be real, I just wanna miss you when I go. It's bittersweet, it's incomplete, I don't know why I came all the way down here. We can dance around these edges or keep it inside the lines I drew. I don't even know your favorite color, but I'm gonna guess that got pockets full of sighs and silent moans. I don't need a souvenir. I can picture it so clear. Doesn't even have to be real. I just wanna miss you when I go. Thanks. Well, thanks again to Matt and Abby for hosting tonight and running the show. And thanks to everybody watching at home on the live stream. I feel like I have not given you as much attention this evening as I might have. But I'm thinking of you, and I'm glad that you're here with us virtually. For real, I appreciate that. So we're going to play, I think, just one more song, and then perhaps an unsolicited encore. And then we're going to be all done. Is this our hit, or just our hit in my mind? I think it's in my mind. No.
I think in order for it to be a hit, it needs to have charted.
Oh, well, then no, but technically, no. But I like this song a lot.
So let me get this straight just so I know what to plan for. Are we going to do this song and then walk out the door and stand out back and just hang out while people clap?
No, we're just going to stay right
and
here.
Then come back in. So we're
I
not
think we're
going to
just
do
gonna
the
stay
phony
here.
baloney
No,
encore. We're just
no.
going to do this song, and then we're going to play the next song, and the next song is going to be the encore that you didn't ask for.
Yes. Just so
All
we're
right.
all on the same page.
Because it would be really embarrassing if you stood there and I stood up and I walked out the door and left. And it
I'm
was
so
you
glad we
standing
worked
there.
this out.
Glad we
I'm still not in tune. Almost in tune. Somebody's eating peanuts again. Or cashews or some almonds.
nice.
It sounds a little weird to me, but I
Yeah,
think we're
B
just
might
going to
be
go with
weird.
it.
It's a high strings.
Sorry. All right, we'll get there.
I think that's the one.
Yay.
There it is.
Everybody knows you till they don't. Some things you can't see when you stand too close. When you told me you were thinking of leaving town, I guess I always thought I could find you hanging out. And I never really saw it until now. You're as close to me as a cold in the winter, the family feel of a Sunday dinner, the kind of love where you don't even have to try. I was wasting time in all the wrong places, sifting through a river of faces. I was busy looking at the stars in the sky. You were so nearby. And with every empty, hollow kiss was a feeling of something that I might have missed. And now it's finally coming into view. How there's nothing I can say that you can't see through. There's nobody that knows me like you do. You're as close to me as a cold in the winter, the family feel of a Sunday dinner, the kind of love where you don't even have to try. I was wasting time in all the wrong places, sifting through a river of faces. I was busy looking at the stars in the sky. You were so nearby. I'm sorry that it took so long to see. It was all there, right in front of me. So maybe you could wait a while before you leave. You're as close to me as a coat in the winter, the family feel of a Sunday dinner, the kind of love where you don't even have to try. I was wasting time in all the wrong places, sifting through a river of faces. I was busy looking at the stars in the sky. You were so nearby, so nearby, so nearby. Thank you.
Oh, get out of here. Oh, stop it. Oh, get out of here. Really? You really want one more? Well, we could probably dig one up.
So Sean and I have been playing a lot of Rummy Cube. Has anybody played that game before? It's like a tile game. It's sort of like, is it like Rummy? I've never played the real, like the card game. I don't know. We've just been playing a lot of this. And we sometimes listen to the same album over and over and over again. And one of those albums that we listen to is the Buddy and Julie Miller album. I forget the title of it, but
It's just Buddy and Julie Miller.
yeah, self-titled. Let's make it easy. I remember one afternoon, just like we were both kind of quietly singing along to this one. So I thought maybe we could try this one in real life.
But it's actually a Richard Thompson song.
But it's a Richard Thompson song. Thank you again for coming out, and thanks to Club Passim. I love you. I love you, Club Passim. If I cross your path today, oh my God, I forget the words. If I cross your path again, who knows where, who knows when, on some morning without number, on some highway without end. Don't grasp my hand and say, fate has brought us here today. No, fate is only fooling with us, friend. Keep your distance. Keep your distance. When I feel you close to me, what can I do but fall? Keep your distance. Keep your distance. For with us it must be all or none at all. It's a desperate game we play. Throw our souls, our lives away on wounds that can't be mended and debts that can't be paid. Well, I played and I got stung. Now I'm biting back my tongue and sweeping out the footprints where I stray. Keep your distance. Keep your distance. When I feel you close to me, what can I do but fall? Keep your distance. Keep your distance. For with us it must be all or none at all.
Thank you very much, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. It's so good to see you again.
That's Lisa Bastoni and Sean Staples. For those of you watching online, make sure you go to lisabastoni.bandcamp.com to pick up the new record. And those of you in the room, you can pick it up at the merch table, for God's sake. Thank you so much for being back here at Club Passim. If you want to make a donation towards our fundraising campaign, the tip jar is right back at the sound booth on the stool. Thank you again for being here. We'll see you soon.